Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for this beautiful Dacia Sandero, and as always I'm going to do a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car, and then we're going to jump inside and I'm going to show you how the interior looks like, all the features and gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with. Now, like I said, this is a Dacia Sandero Stepway. So yes, it is pronounced Dacia. It's not Dacia, it's not Dacia, it's Dacia. So this is a Dacia Sandero Stepway Laureate TCE. It is classed as an SUV, but it's more of an MPV. I don't really see this as an SUV. You do have the slightly raised up driving position, but it's more of an MPV than an SUV. Probably wouldn't call this an SUV. It's got a 1 liter petrol engine. It is ULEZ compliant. It only puts out 88 brake horsepower, so this would be an ideal first car for somebody, or even for somebody that does a lot of like city driving, or for a delivery driver. These would be absolutely perfect. It was first registered on the 9th of September 2016, and it's got a valid MOT until the 9th of September 2026. So plenty of MOT left on it. The annual road tax is only £35, which is absolutely fantastic. Basically, it's not going to break the bank to tax this thing. And speaking about breaking the bank, you're definitely not going to break the bank by insuring this thing either, because the insurance group on it is 8E. So it's very, very low in the insurance bracket, which basically means it's going to be very cheap to insure. It's got a CO2 output of 115 grams per kilometer and a fuel economy of 48 miles per gallon around town, 60 miles per gallon on a motorway run, with a combined fuel economy of 55 miles per gallon. These are the official figures from the manufacturer, so they may vary depending on driving style, condition, road surface, and all that. It's got a top speed of 104 miles per hour, and it's got a 0 to 60 time of 11 seconds. The MOT history looks absolutely fantastic on this. I think on the last MOT, it had 2 advisories. I think there were the rear shock absorbers, but they've been sorted out, so absolutely no issues with the car whatsoever. It has only 1 previous owner, so 2 owners in total. It's got full service history. The car's just been serviced, and as always, it will come with 3 months warranty as standard. It is a fantastic little car. It drives absolutely beautiful. Let me just quickly show you how the alloys look like. The alloys are in fantastic condition. Plenty of tread on the tires, and the interior is absolutely lovely. So you open the doors up, and you've got plenty of space in the door pockets here. The seats look immaculate. There's absolutely no issues with the seats whatsoever, no tears or rips or anything like that. I love that you've got the Stepway embroidered here in the back of the front seats as well. And down here you've got a nice big glove box with the owner's manual in there as well, and plenty of space at the front here. Having a quick look over at the rear, just behind the passenger. Again, nice wide opening door, which is great. You've got some storage in the door pocket there as well. And then the seats, which are again in fantastic condition, as you can see. Now, in the back, you do also have electric windows in the back as well. Let me just quickly show you something. So, you have electric windows on the front as well, but there's no switch for them. So yeah, the switch for the electric windows is actually here. So that's for the passenger and that's for the driver, right? Pretty simple. But then you're like, how do you open the rear ones? Because there's nothing here either, and there's nothing at the front. Well, it's buried all the way in there. So these are your switches. Those 2 there, those are your switches for the electric windows. Now, I'm a bit puzzled by this. Why Dacia decided to do this? I just don't get it. Because obviously they decided to cut costs basically and not put a wire all the way from the front to run to the door so they can put it here, which is fine. I get it. But then you still need to have a wire from there coming over to here to give that electronic impulse to the window so it can open. So is that like one step forward, two steps back kind of thing? Because I just don't understand. Like, if somebody can explain it to me, that would be great. Because I just can't work it out. Like, why couldn't you just put the switch here? Well, all the normal cars have it. I don't get it. And it's the same thing with the front ones as well. Like, why in the center console and not like on the door? But anyway, yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, plenty of space in the back, like I said. Right, moving over. Oh, actually, let me just quickly show you the alloys on the rear. Again, really good condition. Plenty of tread on the tires. I'm pretty sure the tires on the back are brand new. I'm not 100% sure. I think I've changed the rear tires on this. I can't really remember, but I think I did. Because they are pretty much brand new. Plus, they still have the little dots on them. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're brand new tires. You do have rear parking sensors, which is really good. Mind you, this is the Laureate model, so this is like the top of the range model. It's got all the bells and whistles, everything that Dacia could throw at it. And then over on the back, here's a little bit of another cost-cutting thing. So in order to open the boot, there is no actual physical button to press to open it. So you can open the boot two ways. You can either pop the key in, twist it, and then open it, or there is a lever near the driver's seat that you can open it with. So pop the key in, twist it, and then it just pops open like that. Boot is decent size, plenty of space in here. And then once you put the seats down, because the seats do fold, you have those buttons at the end. You can probably see it there, just there. You got that button, you press that, and the seats do fall down, so you've got even more space afterwards. But here's the thing that Dacia hasn't cut costs with: a spare tire. Yes, it is. It is a space saver, spare wheel, but it has a spare tire, unlike other cars that costs 10 times more than this and don't come with a spare tire. You got the jack and everything you need on that side there. So if you have a flat tire, you know you can change it on the side of the road and then carry on with your journey. Right, moving over to the driver's side. Again, just to show you, the alloys look absolutely fine. No issues. You got your fuel cap over here, and then at the top, actually, yeah, at the top, you've got these roof bars. Now, these probably would have been an optional extra, and they probably would have been quite pricey. I mean, it's very tight. So, yeah, it will come with the car. I'll leave them on there. There's no point in me taking it off. I could probably take them off and flog them off on eBay. Probably get a couple of £100 for them. I don't know. But yeah, I'll leave them with the car. But looking over just behind the driver, you can probably see the driver's seat is pushed all the way back. That was for when I was taking photos of the car, just so I can have more room to like take photos of it. But even with the seat pushed all the way back, you can still fit in there easily. Yeah, it won't be as comfortable maybe as the passenger seat, but then again, you wouldn't be able to drive it like that anyway. I mean, look how far it is compared to the B pillar, right? It's pushed like literally all the way back. Just to show you how the seats do go down, so just press this button. It's not easy doing it one-handed. Just put the seat down like this, and then this could go on top, like that, and then you've got plenty of space to load longer items if you need to. It does come with ISOFIX points, so you do have two ISOFIX points on the two outer seats. So this one and that one over there, you've got ISOFIX points. So again, perfect if you have a child seat. And let's have a look over at the driver's side. So again, doors open nice and wide, so plenty of space to get in and out of the car. And the driver's seat is in fantastic condition as well, as you can see. No tears or rips or anything like that. Let me just pop the bonnet before we jump inside. I'll show you how the engine looks like, and then we can have a look inside the car and see how the car looks like. To open the bonnet, you've got a lever just on the passenger side over here. Pull on that, and then move over to the front. And this is where I was very pleasantly surprised. It has gas struts. Well, gas strut, because it's got only one. But yeah, it's a nice improvement. Usually with Dacia, you've got that little stick that pulls out, but no, not with this one. Engine, as always, I've mentioned this many times before, and I will mention it again. I don't like to clean the engine base. The engine, I like to leave it the way it is. Cars, obviously, they go under a full valet thing, and just to make it look as nice and as presentable as possible for its new owner. But the engine, I don't like to mess around with, and there is a good reason I don't like to mess with the engine. So, if you go and you buy a car and you find a very clean engine bay, that could be a sign of two things, right? Number one, the owner is an absolute fanatic. He loves his car to bits. He cleans it every day. He likes to polish all the plastics and make sure everything is nice and clean, and thus he keeps his engine bay in top condition, which is fair enough. There are people out there that do this. I don't judge. However, 99 times out of 100, it's the other way around. It's where somebody had a massive oil leak or an oil leak or something like that they're trying to get rid of. They jet wash the whole engine, clean the evidence off, and then you buy the car, you look at it, it looks nice and presentable, you jump in, you drive it, half a mile down the road, the whole engine blows up. So, yeah. Personally, I like to leave it the way it is, just to show people that there are absolutely no coolant leaks. That's your coolant in there. There are no coolant leaks. There's no oil leaks. There's no issues at all. Plus, another thing is, manufacturers go over the. They, you know what? Somebody had to design this and like imprint it on this piece of plastic to tell you not to jet wash it, because cars these days, they're not just made with mechanical parts. Like, I think 60% of cars these days are electronic parts rather than mechanical parts. So if water goes to an electronic part, that's never a good thing, right? Because they will fail. And I prefer it not to clean the engine and leave it the way it is, because it runs and it drives absolutely fine. No issues whatsoever. In here, you've got your oil cap. As you can see, there's no mayonnaise or anything like that in there, so no head gasket issues or anything like that. Yeah, the car runs and drives absolutely beautiful. No issues at all. Mind you, like I said, look, even on this sticker here, it shows you not to jet wash the engine. It still baffles me that some people do. There is one thing I do want to point out about this, and that is here on the bonnet. It had a few little scratches, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and previous owner must have just touched it up with some paint. It doesn't look bad, but it's there. You take a few steps back, you can't really see it that much anymore. It depends on the angle, but again, I do point these things out on all my videos, just in case you travel from far away, and I don't want you to get here and then you see these and then you're understandably upset that you weren't made aware of these issues after you've driven, I don't know, 2-3 hours or whatever. So this is why I point these things out. Then you are welcome to make your own decisions. But like I said, it's nothing major. It's just a few little cosmetic scratches. So yeah. Right, let's jump inside the car and see what the car actually has to offer in terms of like specs, because it might surprise you. For like the cheapest new car that you can purchase in the UK, which is the Dacia, they've actually thrown quite a lot of spec on this one, especially for a 2016 model. Right, let's jump in. So, right, let's start the car up first, actually. So, put the ignition on. All the lights come on as they should. Car starts straight away, no issues whatsoever. No warning lights in the dash or anything like that. The only two lights on is the fact that the door is open and the fact that the handbrake is up. That's literally it. Steering wheel, surprisingly, it's leather wrapped, which is really nice. So that means it's not one of those silly rubbery plasticky ones that will disintegrate in your hands. So it's very nice. It will stand the test of time. Nice touch. On the steering wheel, it is a multi-function steering wheel, but you only can control one thing, and that is the cruise control. The volume, there is a special thing on the back, which I'll show you in a second. So cruise control is actually very, very, very simple to operate. So down there, you've got this little button, this little switch here. So if you press it down, you go into cruise control, which says it on the dashboard there. Or if you press it up, it goes into speed limiter. So it's very, very simple. So you press this down to go into cruise control. You go up, you speed up to the desired speed, and then you just press the plus button, and then the car will carry on that speed constantly. If you need to cancel the cruise control, you can do it two ways. So you can either gently tap the brake and that will disengage the cruise control, or you can press this O button here, which is basically like cancel. So you press that O button and it will cancel the cruise control. If you need to resume the same speed that you had previously, you just press the top button, which R for resume, press the R button, and it will resume back to the speed that you had set previously. And then you can use plus or minus to increase or decrease speed as you want. It's very simple and it's very, very convenient to use on the motorways. Just behind the steering wheel here, you've got your lights. So this is your light switch. You flip this open, and then all the lights in the dashboard and everything come back on. Obviously, I won't leave it on for now. And on the back here, you've got your wipers. So you got your window wipers over there. Plus, like I said, this here is your volume. Let me see if I can. So you can use plus for volume up, minus for volume down, source audio. This is to answer and reject the phone call. And then you also have a little scroll wheel on the back, which I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you've got this little scroll wheel here to change to different radio stations if you need to. Here's another little cool thing. This brings back so many memories. So in case you don't know, I am originally from Romania as well, and so is this brand, Dacia. So that's why I know exactly how to pronounce it. I learned how to drive on a Dacia, and my first car was a Dacia. Basically, in Romania, like there was a saying, there's an old saying, it's like, if you've never driven a Dacia, you're never a real driver. So yeah, because they used to like it used to be like they I don't know, like our, because it was our own brand, like everybody had them, everybody could afford one of these rather than, I don't know, like German counterparts or Japanese or whatever. But everybody owned a Dacia. But anyway, what I wanted to point out is that one thing that they still haven't changed, even like 15, 20 years later, since I started driving, is the horn, right? Which maybe they've changed it now in the newer models, I don't know. But in this one, now, obviously, you'd expect it. It's normal, the horn to be on here, so you just press on it and then it sounds the horn. Well, no, not this thing. Right? The horn is in a very special place. It's actually on the indicator stalk at the top here. That's your horn. Listen. It's like, honestly, it brings back so many memories because all Dacias used to have it here. And it's just like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the only car that has it there. Currently, nowadays, I mean, probably older ones did, but I don't remember that far back. But Dacia's always had it here. And it's just surprising that a 2016 car still has the horn here. Like, come on, guys, just move it here, like where everybody else has it. But yeah, it's funny because it's there. Anyway, moving a little bit higher up. So over there, like I said, you've got your dashboard, your instrument cluster rather, and it's very simple to understand. You've got your rev counter over on the left, you've got your speedometer over there, and then over to the right, you've got your odometer. And as you can see, the car's covered 87,077 miles, so it's fairly low mileage as well. And then you've got your fuel gauge over there as well. If you press the button on the top of the wipers, you get your trip computer. My favorite one to leave it on is this one, which shows you how much fuel you've got left, what's the current range of the fuel left in the tank, which I think is a great thing to have, because I don't really understand what these little 2 lines, 3 lines mean here. I mean, it could be 10 miles, it could be 140 miles, it could be 500 miles, I don't know. But having it that way, I think it's a lot better, and it just gives you more peace of mind. Over here, you've got your mirrors. So these are your mirror adjustments, your parking sensors, and the eco button. I mean, I don't know, I don't understand why you need an eco button in a 1 liter engine, but it's there, so you can use it. Um, you got some storage at the top here. You got two air vents over here. That's to lock the car. That's your hazard lights. And then over here, this is where we move into a 21st century kind of territory, because it's got this touchscreen infotainment thing, and I think it's very, very good. It's very intuitive. So you got your radio at the top there. You got all your radio stations. You got your volume at the top here to go up and down. Obviously, I'll leave it off because I don't want YouTube to strike my videos. You do have AM and FM, so no DAB on this one, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. These are your radio stations, which you can connect to. You go back, and then you've got your media, so you can actually connect your phone to it and obviously play media straight from your phone, so you don't really need that DAB. You got your phone connectivity up there. You got map, navigation, and settings. So yes, you do have navigation on this one. So if I go into map, press agree, and one thing I like is the touchscreen is so responsive. I mean, I've had cars which are like twice, maybe 3 times the price of this one, and the touchscreen was barely even responsible. Not responsible, responsive. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, it works absolutely fine. The sat nav works perfectly fine, no issues at all. Then you've got your settings over here: volume, loudness, display, Bluetooth system, so everything. Yeah, it's really nice. Plus, at the top here, you've got a USB port and the auxiliary port in there as well if you want to. This is to turn it off, and when you turn that off, you've got the time nice big displayed on the screen here, which again is really cool. And then your volume. Moving a little bit lower, you've got your climate control. So the one on the left is to select where you want the air to come out from. The one on the right, the one in the middle, sorry, is the fan speed. This here you can select if you want recirculate or normal air. And then this is to select the temperature. You got AC and then rear window defrost over there. It's very, very simple. And then moving a little bit lower here, you've got the window switches, like I told you. Plus, this one here is to lock the rear windows, and that's for your cruise control and speed limiter as well. Moving a little bit lower, you've got 2 cup holders, some more storage in there, and a 12-volt socket here as well. 5-speed manual gearbox, which is buttery smooth. It goes through all the gears absolutely fine. There's no issues with it whatsoever. The clutch is bang on in the middle, exactly what it should be. It's not too high, it's not too low, it's exactly what it should be. Moving a little bit lower here, you've got your good old manual handbrake. Just below the handbrake, you've got your start-stop button, which I would probably turn this off because I hate when the car just keeps dying at traffic lights. But it is meant to do that. So all you have to do is just put your foot on the clutch and the car will just spring back to life. You got a nice armrest here, which opens up, and you got some storage underneath there as well. Plus, you can lift the whole thing up like this and get access to the handbrake and everything. A little bit higher, you've got your rear view mirror, and then up here, you've got your interior lights, which, as you can see, work absolutely fine. Sun visor, no vanity mirror on this one, unfortunately, but you do have this big mirror here, so you can see yourself in that mirror if you need to. Right, I believe that is pretty much it. There's not much else I can tell you. It's an absolutely lovely car. Oh, there's a vanity mirror on the passenger side. Strange. Oh well. Yeah, there's not much else I can tell you. Let me just go and park this baby up. Where am I going to leave it? Okay. Right, let me park it up next to my BMW and Ford C-Max over there. Parking sensors work absolutely fine. You can probably hear it kicking in. There you you're going to hear the parking sensors starting. If I get close enough to the cup. Oh, there we go. So parking sensors work absolutely fine. No issues at all. Right. Well, with all that being said, thank you very much for sticking all the way to the end. If you have any questions, queries, burning issues, anything like that, you can leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. You can find me on 01684 355 032. You can send me an email if you want at vindemautos@gmail.com, or just head over to the website, which is www.vindemautos.co.uk. Once again, thank you very much for sticking all the way to the end, and hopefully I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.